Welcome, welcome, welcome to Pot of the Dead. We're here. My cord for my mic is on your foot, and we're here with Pot of the Dead episode.
I thought you said that in the context of like talking to the viewers. My microphone cord is on your guys' foot.
Your feet. Look at your feet right now and tell me it's not.
Oh my god. It's on my. Oh my god.
This guy's like, wait a minute, it's on mine. Is it
Holy
on
shit.
yours?
It's almost like I'm the one doing the Guys.
Okay.
I'm on the podcast.
Okay, boys. Well, our episode. We're adults now. We're on episode 18.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Episode
All of the associated jokes with legality.
Yeah. What I found is that turning 18, you not very much. You don't gain a whole lot.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm saying legality in terms of like your legal sex shit.
I guess you can vote, and you can go to you can get drafted. A guy asked me if I knew what the draft was the other day. He was talking to me about like some Russian and Ukraine shit, and he just went, you know the draft. You know the draft? You know what that is? And I was like, bro. I know I'm a tiny kid and I'm stupid and dumb. But yeah.
But damn.
But damn. So, but we're here with Pot of the Dead. We're back. This is going to be the Terra Maledicta cast because man, there's nothing to talk about.
Yeah, it's a real sad state of affairs.
It's a sad state of affairs.
To kind of spoil things a little bit for you.
So, I think we just run through it.
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot. I think we just
You want to talk about it? I have to text Matt real quick. You want to just talk about it for a second because you were the one who used the wonder weapon.
Yeah, well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that later.
You start talking.
We're gonna start with the list of positives. I'm gonna do something kind of similar to a video that I watched about the map because I thought it was funny. So the positives of the map, the setting is kind of nice.
I agree.
The setting is cool. I like that it's Egypt. If you have your graphics turned up, unlike I do, it looks okay sometimes.
I told Mac we were potting, and then she called me.
Very cool. Yeah, so the setting is good. It can look good sometimes. There's that one arena that has like that kind of Doom aesthetic, which is really cool. The like Hell World.
Yeah,
that's legitimately a really cool area. I'd love to see a zombies map with that as the entire theme.
That's the one with the floating area, right? And the cool shit? The one that's sick.
Yeah.
That area is sick.
That area is sick, and it looks really good.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah.
That's the positives. And then everything else, it's really just like what Darren Fong did, but less dark and a little bit bigger.
Yeah. Which is...
It's the same thing. It's the same objectives.
It's just it's the same shit. And there isn't a void, which...
I don't know. It does, I guess, add a little bit of like a unique factor to Darren Fong. It gives it like a standout feature. Maybe they'll do something different that stands out for this map.
So would that make the title wrong?
I don't know.
Would Darren Fong be better because it has the void?
Is the void even that good though? Is the void like worthy enough of a thing to make Darren Fong better?
I mean, yeah.
Because how much
better than anything else in the map?
I guess so, but the void is so like
it's so
nothing.
It's so not. It's the void. But
I'm clever.
Yeah, there's not a lot going on.
Yeah, they added a new objective. It's fine. It's like the other objectives.
You just still shoot. Like it's just still all the shit. Like it's not. You don't load into it and then really play any differently.
It's just there's a spot. It's called Sacrifice. There's a spot. There's like 3 little post things that are like zombie flesh heads. It actually looks kind of cool, but it doesn't really matter. It's just
a lot of Vanguard. I think they have a lot of good aesthetics going.
They have a lot of good. The art style is good. The graphics are not good.
The graphics do not mix with the art style very well. I don't think the graphics are terrible, but they don't mix with the art style very well.
Yeah, it just doesn't work for me.
Yeah, the way the lighting kind of functions, along with the way the map looks.
Yeah, I stand by the fact that the art style of Vanguard is really good, though. And in a game with a little bit more, like, focus on that style and a little bit more polished graphically, it could look really nice.
This does just kind of solidify the... Well, we're gonna wait now. Like, I think they'll probably do another map, maybe two. And I think that unless it's round based, I'm not gonna play it. And I don't even know if I think we probably should talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk about it
But
if they add new stuff.
Man, like it's gonna be a different kind of episode because
Yeah.
like it's gonna be something similar to this one where we have other things prepared because there's just nothing. There's nothing to talk about.
Yeah, it's just like this map feels so nothing. Like you load into it and it's like the covenants are still there, they're exactly the same. Pack-a-Punch is still just like chilling in the spawn, which I mean, just like base mechanic stuff, whatever. I guess you kind of expect that, but then all of the objectives are exactly the same. There's nothing different.
Exactly the same. And
Zabal is a cool enemy, I guess.
It is still just an MP map.
Yeah, it is. It's just a big multiplayer map that they added some set dressing to.
Like, you know, obviously we've been through eras of it's just a multiplayer map because a lot of things are that, but like it is just that with some debris around.
Yeah, and it's like come on, man.
Like a genuine question. How many people did it take to make that area?
I mean, probably about their whole team dedicated to this zombies, which is 5.
Is that actually true?
No, I'm bullshitting. But I mean, I can't imagine there being too many more.
Right? Like I could see a world where not like we're talking the new area. Obviously, that was a multiple version job because you built something like that wasn't a one guy. But the area that like the base area, one guy could do that. I could see it. Bug fixes and shit, not one guy.
Yeah, definitely not. But
I think
I'm sure it's a small group working on just like
design and putting shit in the places that they need to go. One guy.
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously more. There's like the people who originally like designed the assets and stuff, built that stuff, and then there's like. There are probably people who go through and find spots to like add the stuff in, find places where props make sense and stuff.
But it's rough.
So I feel like we might be underestimating the work that even that takes a little bit.
Maybe, but man, it's rough.
Yeah. See, it really just brings the question like,
what are we doing?
Why have Vanguard zombies in the first place?
Like, I think Vanguard is a worse game because of it.
Yeah.
Like if it's just campaign and MP, it's a better game.
I think that's true.
It just is better. Like it's insane how the zombies has like there's no positives to having the zombies there. Because it makes like the devs have to do more shit.
It's just eating resources.
It's eating resources for, I'd argue, the single worst like thing that's ever come out of a Call of Duty game. Like the single worst game mode ever.
That might be true.
I've played, I think, all of them.
Other than like IW zombies and like World War II and stuff.
I played IW zombies.
Well, I guess that's true. You haven't played World War II.
I did play World War II.
Not a lot though.
Not a lot. I didn't play a lot of either of them, but I played them, and man, they were better.
Yeah.
They were better.
Yeah, Vanguard is out of zombies. Vanguard is easily the worst of
not even close
of like all the zombies. I would rather play any zombies game over this.
Like obviously, like when I say Moon is the worst map, I'm not including Daron Fong and I'm not including Terra Maledicta because it's so bad. It isn't in the conversation because it's just the worst. There's no conversation to be had if we're including those. And then if you're including those, it's a conversation between those two, and that's a boring conversation because you're just going, and then nothing happens. And that's it.
Yeah, I mean, the difference between Terra Maledicta and Daron Fong is dark and snowy, and it has, like, Shino Numa and the Void, and then Terra Maledicta is bright, and it's got the Decimator Shield. And the Decimator Shield, let me tell you, like, how did it make it to launch in its state?
What happened? Explain. I have absolutely no idea.
You didn't use it.
Seen gameplay. Never seen it, never used it.
It's like, so to its credit, it doesn't take up a weapon slot. Like it gives you like a mule kick kind of effect.
Mm-hmm.
So you just have an extra weapon now. You've got the Decimator Shield and then whatever you have normally,
Okay.
and it can like block damage from the back like the normal shield does, which is fine.
So it can't make your game worse, is what I'm hearing. You pick it up and the game doesn't get worse.
Yeah, you're not like giving up a weapon for it. You like don't take as much damage in the back.
Bro, I've always found that since Cold War, like I don't use different guns. I only use one gun. Because the amount of resources you have to put into your guns, like I only use one.
Yeah, that is.
That's a flaw of modern zombies. Is it takes so much resources to do shit, or so many resources to do things, that there's no like easy way to just use more than one gun.
I do kind of disagree with that, especially with like the current headshot multiplier and stuff. You can get away with having guns that are a little bit less upgraded for a bit later into the game than you could, so you can get away with using multiple things, I think.
No.
However, it's still not great.
Yeah, but yeah, just
anyway, let me get back to the Decimator Shield because that's what we were on.
My apologies.
Yeah, so the Decimator Shield as an actual weapon. Now, I got it on round, like, I assume the damage scales with it or something. It was, the melee attack for it was two-shotting when I got it on round, like, 7 or whatever.
It was 7. I remember you saying it's not one-shotting on round 7.
Yeah.
Which is nuts.
And then, okay, so it's got a right-click ability, right? So you do, like, a shield bash, and it has, like, an AoE explosion, kills everything around you, right? That seems pretty cool, pretty good.
Yeah.
And it's on a 90-second cooldown.
Is that it?
That's it. That's the shield. And now you understand why I was confused as to how that made it to launch in that state.
There's a 90-second cooldown on the Wonder Weapon?
Yeah.
I can understand why you want to add a cooldown, right?
Yeah, it needs a cooldown. You can't just have something that you can right click and you just go and then everything around you dies. Obviously.
So there's 2 ways they could have done that better. 1, reduce the cooldown. Make it lower.
Like bare minimum it needs to be like 45 seconds or something.
2, the correct option. Ammo. Give it ammo. Have a shield bash take up an ammo. Like,
maybe make it so that the ammo like regenerates over time, or you can like refill it from like.
Yeah.
Make it so that you can use like the dig spots around the map to refill it or something.
Oh my god.
Just give it like a functionality with the other like new Terra Maledicta mechanic that you added, which is also they added dig spots. That's something, I guess.
No. It's not. It's nothing. It's nothing.
I mean, yeah, it's nothing.
I used them. It's nothing.
They got a
in
little monkey
like
bomb
80% of them you just get salvage. In like very little salvage.
Yeah.
Oh man, dude, it's.
We didn't do the Easter egg because yeah.
Is it? Yeah, because it's 3 steps and you get nothing for it. It's so nuts. It's so nuts. Like, cause like there's things that are like creative decisions. That's the thing. Is that's where I'm gonna give Treyarch flack for it, because they could have not given it on a second cooldown. I don't think that it was like how difficult is it to give it regenerating ammo?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's a poorly designed wonder weapon just outright.
And then like how difficult is it to make the dig spots better?
Yeah, like they could just give. Now maybe it scales with like the round or something, and we just didn't play high enough to get anything better from it. If it does, then I guess the dig spots are a little bit better.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. We didn't do any research into. We played it once and then decided it was bad.
Yeah, because there's nothing to research. There's like not any extra depth to it. You get what you see for the most part.
Yeah.
Like other than maybe the dig spots are different or something.
Yeah, but
then there's nothing else.
And then there's a weird wall thing that we didn't understand with a gun.
Probably Easter egg shit. Yeah.
Easter egg thing. But there's just so much shit that like I don't understand, and like a creative decision.
Oh yeah, also a small like little annoyance of mine that I had. It takes so fucking long to get through the dialogue when you're trying to get the Decimator Shield.
Yeah, it took
Jesus Christ.
I remember I was running around for like 2 minutes and then was like, wait, are we still doing the dialogue?
Yeah, I was trying to listen to it to see if it gave us like any like see what kind of clues or whatever it gave for like what you're supposed to do.
Dude, it's rough. It's so bad.
Yeah, and then see the thing with the dialogue too is like we tried getting the Decimator and then we got one shot by Zabala in a game and insta
Yeah,
died.
that's crazy. That's why I think Zabala might be a little poorly designed, because we just blew up and both died on impact. Like we just immediately both dropped.
Yeah, like I don't. Maybe like we missed a telegraph or something. I don't remember for sure, but I remember.
I saw
remember
a
just
thing on the screen that was like, "Hey, it's about to blow up."
yeah,
and
like
then,
I remember
like we wouldn't have had time to escape that.
I remember being fine, and then the game was over. Like that's what happened.
Yeah,
Possibly our fault, but the fact that the game just like
camera's a little tilted my way. It's my apology.
That's fine. We'll be okay.
Yeah,
fix it in post.
Let's do the whole. No, we can't.
Well, you're editing. You can do whatever. You got the power.
Eat my dick. I'm gonna edit a penis going into your mouth, and it's mine. I'm taking a picture of my dick, putting it in the video. I'm not doing any of those things. There will be
the
nothing.
podcast will see it before I do.
There will be nothing on the screen. Don't expect me to do anything.
Wait, no. Right here, you should add the picture of Jambo that I forgot to last episode.
No.
It would be funny.
So yeah.
Yeah, Terra Maledicta is a bunch of nothing.
Just a bunch of nothing. Hot nothing.
Yeah, that's
so yeah, I thought about it and thought, yeah, man, we don't have shit to talk about.
we got to have more for this podcast.
So we could bullshit our way through it.
We could probably do that. We could probably get
we could probably, but I thought no. Let's not do that.
Let's have an actual
Let's have an actual thing. But we have kind of two things. I want to start with the first one that we don't have typed out.
Okay.
I want to start with a broader Call of Duty conversation on which Call of Duty is the best one. Just go through it real quick. This is like 10 minutes.
You want to? This is a topic you want to go through quick?
Yeah, because I want to get to our bit. Like I want to get to our questions. I want our questions to be.
I don't know, man. I feel like this is a discussion we could have as like a bigger thing. Whatever. We can go through it now. I guess.
What? Okay. So what do you think is what is your input immediately for the best Call of Duty? Off the dome. What do you
off the dome best overall? I think Black Ops 2 might be the top contender.
That was really funny because that was mine.
yeah.
I thought you were gonna like it because
yeah.
of
Jack said before the podcast that I wasn't gonna like it because I think Black Ops 2 Zombies is not very good. However, in an overall package, while BO2 Zombies isn't very good, it does have Mob and also Origins, which most people like, and Buried, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
So Zombies, while not my favorite out of the Treyarch games, it's still like not terrible. Like it's got stuff going for it. And also, maybe my favorite Call of Duty multiplayer ever.
Fair.
And then the campaign. I never personally played through it, but from everything I've seen, it's a pretty solid campaign.
I played through a little bit of it and then just stopped, and I shouldn't have.
From everything I've seen, it's a good campaign. Got some unique features to it. Got some fun stuff.
So I want to talk about the question a little bit more, like think about the question in a certain light, right? Because let's think about something like BO3, right?
Yeah.
BO3 is so rarely put in the conversation of best game.
For good reason.
Because the campaign is bad.
I think the multiplayer is pretty mid too.
I think the multiplayer is. I think it's good. I don't think it's great, but I think it's good. But I think it's kept out of the conversation because the campaign is terrible.
Yeah,
objectively the worst thing. No, maybe that's is that worse than Darren Fong?
What? The BO3 campaign.
Is the BO3 campaign worse than Darren Fong?
I don't know, man.
As someone, I didn't play the BO3.
You want to do the co-op BO3 campaign and judge it?
So yeah, no.
I think that could be fun.
No. So, but then I thought about it a little more, right? And I'm asking questions here.
Okay.
So for a very long time, and maybe even now, because I'm not even sure if I think BO2 is the best game, but for a very long time, I held the belief that Call of Duty 4 was the best Call of Duty. That was the best one. It doesn't have a third mode.
doesn't have a third mode,
Doesn't have one.
which I think
And I still
I don't know.
at least mildly stand by it. That is bare minimum to me. What was that?
Keep going. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Keep
And-
rolling.
It is bare minimum in the top tier. I think it is a top tier Call of Duty because the multiplayer is great and it was good enough to jumpstart Call of Duty and first person shooters
Yeah.
to being the thing.
Yeah.
Call of Duty's been the top selling game for like a decade and a half at this point. And COD 4 is why.
Yeah. I think COD 4 stays in the running even without a third mode because of just like
Yeah.
not only like the time it came out and like its place,
Yes.
But also
they're
just-
very good.
the multiplayer does what it's trying to do very well. It's really good, and the campaign,
And the campaign is
probably the best COD campaign still.
yes, I'll say that. I'll agree to that.
I think it just is outright the best COD campaign. 'Cause
Yeah,
COD 4
I remember
great.
more. I thought about it. I remember more moments from that campaign than any other.
Yeah.
Because bro, when like Cicada's son kills himself, and then you
Yep.
go and you have to go to shot the nukes from
Yep.
flying, and then you get there and you get all the way there and you miss it. You don't stop and they go off anyways, and it's like, and then you
Yep.
go over and then the nuke drops in Afghanistan or whatever the fuck is it Iraq? Is that
Who knows?
in a country in the Middle East, and then you fucking play a mission as your character fucking dying. Which is crazy.
Yeah.
It's all nuts.
COD
It's-
campaigns have never reached a height quite the same.
Yeah, it's it's crazy. But so then I thought about it, and then I think that while I think that the BO3 campaign is the maybe or it's top 2 in worst modes we've ever had.
Yeah. Yep.
I think BO3 Zombies is the best mode we've ever had. I think if we're going to rate every mode, I think BO3 Zombies is the best mode. Obviously, I think that everyone was gonna have their own thoughts on it. There's gonna be multiple people who don't care. But man, I've played a lot of multiplayer. I've played a shit ton of multiplayer, dude. So I'm not a multiplayer guy. I'm a zombies guy. But I played a lot of multiplayer. I played a lot of BO2 multiplayer. I played a lot of MW3 multiplayer. MW2 multiplayer never really hit for me. COD 4 multiplayer I thought was really good. I played shit ton of Vanguard multiplayer. I'm
Mid.
It's I think it's good. I think it's good. I don't think it's great. I think it's good. But I've played a lot of multiplayer, and I think that BO3 Zombies is the best mode we've ever had.
For me, I kind of agree, but for me, BO3 is kind of like really good, mid, the worst in the series.
Right, but then I'll ask the way I'm thinking about it, right, is like if we're in a situation where we've got COD 4, which only has campaign and multiplayer, which are both amazing. No one's arguing. But then we've got BO3, which has, I think, the best mode we've ever had, and then I think a pretty good multiplayer.
The difference there just comes down to what you think about the multiplayer.
Let's just speak in the sense that it's a good multiplayer. Let's call it a solid 7. I'd call it a 7 personally. That's just me. Let's assume it's a 7.
I mean,
that's fine. You don't have to assume it's a 7. I'm just saying for the sake of the argument.
Sure.
Let's assume it's a 7. Would the campaign being so dog shit, does that bring it down? Because like no one cares about the campaign. That's the thing, is that we were at a point by BO3 where no one cared.
Like, yeah, the campaign is a little bit less relevant.
It's like it was so bad because they knew that no one gave a shit at that point, right? And then like in BO4 they just tossed it entirely, and then in Cold War they had a great campaign. Cold War campaign was great.
Yeah, Cold War is really good.
Cold War is a really good campaign, but so like if we're at a point, but and then like I said earlier, like it's made me think a little bit, and then I said that zombies and Vanguard is so bad it makes the game worse.
Yeah.
But that's because we had, obviously we didn't have, like we went into it knowing that it was going to be bad, right?
Yep.
But we have zombies expectations, you know?
Yeah.
There is an expectation for zombies to be playable, right? Not necessarily to be great, but to be like playable. And
even the worst maps you can play. Like,
even the worst maps you can play and have fun with your friends, but you just kind of can't. In Vanguard.
Yeah, even I know Jack can't, but with Moon, I can play Moon and have a fine time.
That's fine.
It's annoying sometimes, but whatever.
Yeah.
Transit, you can notorious map for being really fun to just goof around on with your boys.
Yeah.
Same with something like Die Rise, which I really don't like.
Yeah, and these are, I would say, the three worst maps of all time, and they're still playable. They are still leagues better than Daron Fong.
Because it's just classic zombies.
But because of this, we've come to expect that. Or not necessarily expect.
There's a base level of quality with zombies.
Not expect Mob of the Dead or Shadows of Evil, but expect like at least.
Yeah.
Transit, dude.
Yeah, there's a base level of playableness just with the core mechanics that Vanguard doesn't have.
And we're still at a point where we care.
Yeah.
Right? When we came into BO3 and we didn't care. No one played the campaign.
Yeah.
So I would then ask the question, does it matter that BO3's campaign is so bad?
I do think it still matters. I do think it is still like
I
think the weight of it is a little bit less, but I think it is still relevant here.
Because I think that in my head, I think that BO3 is a contender. BO3 to me, I think it doesn't take the top spot, but I think it's a contender. I put BO3 in S. Because I think that BO3 has a good campaign, a 7 campaign, and the best game mode.
A 7 multiplayer.
Yes, misspoke. Terrible campaign.
You said that, and I was like, what has happened to this whole last discussion
actually,
we've had?
I don't think you understand. It's a good campaign. I played it.
It actually has some redeeming qualities to it.
The zombie campaign.
Isn't the zombie campaign like atrocious?
Yeah, it's worse. But so, to me, BO3 is in contention because it has a good multiplayer, in my opinion, a 7 multiplayer, and then zombies, which I think is a 10. I think that other game modes have hit like 9.5s. I don't think anything has hit a 10. I think BO3 zombies is a 10.
I don't know if it's a perfect 10 for me because it's not perfect. There are some things about it that aren't the best necessarily.
I think that we can call it a 10 without it being perfect. Because there's so much there. There's a year's worth of content. You have to assume that it's not perfect. You have to assume that like there's some bumps.
I guess so, yeah.
Not like spikes, but like
bumps.
Like a speed bump.
Yeah.
You know? And I think that
we're talking like speed bumps in comparison to Vanguard's like
mountain that is Terra and Terra Maledicta, 2 different mountains, just crazy,
wild.
But I think that it's I'd call BO3 Zombies a 10 due to that.
I guess so. I guess that's fair reasoning.
And so again,
I will say in the same vein of that, we don't call like SOE or Mob a 10 out of 10 because they have like small things that aren't perfect about them.
Yeah, but I think that's.
I guess it's different because it's on a smaller scale.
Smaller scale, like you can speak to perfection on the scale of a map, because like you can zero in on a map and like look at all the specific aspects. But especially with something like BO3, that has like 15 maps, it's a little harder to deem it like a non-perfect situation when Crovey has some, like, the bomb step on Crovey is a little bit stupid, right?
Yeah.
I like we know it's stupid, but like, I mean, can you that's so small in comparison to the 15 maps that it lives within, you know?
I guess so, but
so to me, I think you can still safely call it something like that a 10. Like you can call a game mode a 10 if everything in it isn't perfect.
Yeah, that's true.
So to
Yeah,
me,
I
it's
get-
a 10, and I think that multiplayer is a 7. And I think that the zombies being the only 10 in Call of Duty for me, and the multiplayer being good and no one giving a shit about the campaign, I think is enough to put it in contention. I wouldn't give it to it because like there's just other things that are better. I think BO3 is a lot more BO2 is a lot more well-rounded. COD 4 is
Classic, yeah.
It's a classic. I think
Classic with the best campaign in the series by far.
And then I think that even something like BO1 has
BO1's.
I never enjoyed the BO1 multiplayer, but I think I'm willing to concede that that's me. BO1 multiplayer never really hit.
Yeah, I think that's fair. However, personally, I think the BO1 multiplayer is pretty solid.
Yeah,
the campaign is pretty solid. The zombies pretty solid. Everything is just solid in BO1.
Like it's such a well-rounded, just like ball of, that's pretty good.
For me in BO1, there's nothing that quite stands out as like this is peak of the series.
Yeah.
However, the multiplayer is good. The zombies is
good.
The campaign is good.
Which I think
puts it in contender.
It puts it in contention. And then I think that BO3 is the only game post BO2 in the conversation.
Yeah.
Nothing else is, I think, close. And like that's what I think is probably the group. I think the cases are for Cold War, not COD 4, BO1, BO2, BO3 for me.
I think the Black Ops games have pretty consistently been the best overall.
Yeah, I think the Treyarch is the best studio, and it really isn't close because Treyarch hasn't really heavily missed.
I think BO4 was a pretty big miss.
BO4 missed.
BO4 was a pretty big miss.
Better than IW. I think it's probably better than World War II.
Yeah, we still gotta go and play those zombies, man.
Yeah,
at some point.
But I think that it's better than a lot of those other games, like the Treyarch miss. The one Treyarch miss isn't the worst miss. There are more misses.
And then Cold War was the follow up to that, which was banger game.
Which I think was a banger game with such a good campaign.
Really good campaign
and a really good zombies, and then I thought the multiplayer wasn't terrible. Was it great?
The multiplayer is fine. I always talk about how much I dislike it. I don't.
I'd give it a 5.
I think 5 is probably true. I think the difference is just in how we talk about it.
Yeah, I think it's fine. Is it great? No. Is it bad? No.
I think on a bad day I might give it like a 4. But
yeah, I think on a good day it's a 5. On a bad day it's a 4.
Yeah, maybe on like a really good day you could give it a 6 if you're like getting good servers and stuff.
Maybe, but
it ranges. So let's just say it's a 5.
I'd give it a sure. Yeah, I mean we said 5.
Yeah,
but so I think that those are the 4 ones that are COD 4. All the numbers.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and 4.
BO2, BO3, COD 4.
Yeah.
But I think that those are the ones in contention. And I think I
don't know if I'd still think that. I don't know, because BO3 for me personally. I mean, if we're just going personally, BO3 is one of my favorite CODs just because of the zombies, because we're zombies, guys.
We're zombies. We have a podcast about zombies. Like I don't know if you guys know this, but welcome to Pod of the Dead. You're about 35 minutes of this episode, and I appreciate you being here. You're not here.
Yeah.
No one's here.
It's just us. Maybe Ollie. Hi, Ollie.
No, he's never here. We talk to him a lot, but he's never actually here.
That's true.
We should get an imaginary friend to talk to.
Let's get what's a good name for an imaginary friend? How about Pete? We got Pete. Pete's watching.
And he's fucking Kanye's wife. It's crazy.
As I was saying, like on a personal level, like BO3 is one of my favorite CODs. Cold War is one of my favorite CODs because I super fuck with the zombies in that game. Really good.
Yeah, it's really good. I don't super fuck with it, but it's a really good zombies game.
Yeah. It's crazy to me how many people don't like Cold War zombies.
I get it.
I do get it.
But I get it.
I do disagree. I say it's crazy. I do get it. I understand. Cuz it's very different.
Yeah.
It's a big departure, but it's a departure that feels like kind of, at least for me, like a return to form a little bit, at least from like BO4.
Yeah, I don't know.
Either way, getting off on a little bit of a tangent.
God,
When we're talking about like best Call of Duties, you kind of you have to take like the full package into account, I think.
I can understand that reasoning. However, I disagree. In a situation like BO3 where just no one cared about the campaign, so I don't think it matters all too much. If
guess
there's
so,
expectations for something, that thing should need to hit.
I think that BO3 maybe did have some expectations though, because it was like a game in the Black Ops series, and the Black Ops campaigns up to this point and World at War were really good.
Yeah.
So I think there were kind of like some inherent expectations just because it's Treyarch Black Ops game. Everyone fucks with those campaigns and the characters.
But it did come after Ghosts, which the campaign was a little weird and everyone
a little wacky.
It didn't get played as much because Ghost didn't get played as much. And so inherently, in the campaign is just the one to suffer there, because that's how that works, you know.
Yeah.
Because regardless, since BO1, campaign has fallen third.
Yeah.
I think an MW2 campaign was still second over Spec Ops.
Probably.
But since BO1 onward, campaign fell to third. And so, and like because no one cared about Ghosts, campaign wasn't great, and so it really fell behind. And then in Advanced Warfare, I don't think it was very good, right?
Yeah, campaign is super mid in that game.
And then and then at that point, like it kind of just lost steam.
AW has Kevin Spacey in it. That's funny.
It does, and it also has one of the biggest internet memes.
That's true. That's crazy that came from AW.
Is it the biggest internet meme? Just F?
I don't know, man. It's definitely up there. Like,
let's talk about what are the biggest internet memes.
like F is just like well known by everyone. Like everyone knows F. You see it all the time. It's a constant thing.
I always
something
forget.
bad happens, you see F's in chat. F's in chat, boys.
F's in chat. And like I didn't actually know for a long time a campaign that I played. However, I did play it on console.
Yes, you didn't get the meme experience.
Yeah, but yeah. So, and at that point, I remember. That's the thing. I don't know if you remember. I remember. No one cared. The BO3 campaign was bad. People were like, "This thing is fucking terrible," and then everyone forgot immediately.
Yeah,
because no one gave a shit. Because the Zombies was fucking incredible.
Zombies was banging.
And then
the multiplayer had supply drops.
Was good.
Still think it's a pretty mid multiplayer.
That's fine. You can think that. I disagree.
I think the multiplayer being pretty mid is enough for me to push it out of contention.
That's understandable. If we can disagree on how good it is. People think MW2 is top tier Call of Duty. I disagree, but I understand because they really enjoy it.
Yeah.
I never enjoyed it. I always just didn't think it was super great.
I do also feel like my opinion's a little bit skewed just because I never really put time into the Modern Warfare games other than like COD 4.
I mean, I listen, again, as a guy who did, I put a shit ton of time into MW2 and MW3. They're not in contention.
Okay.
COD 4 is in contention.
Yeah, COD 4. I fuck with COD 4. It's super heavy.
I think I might lean to COD 4 still as the best game.
COD 4 is really good. Like I have great memories of playing it on the Wii, man. Like no joke, it was so fun on the Wii.
Like it's the thing is like I played a bit of the remastered campaign because I saw it and I wanted to play it. And the story beats all held up.
Yeah, I think there's like maybe one section where things seem a little bit weird where there's like cut content. I don't remember exactly where it is. But I remember there's one point where things are maybe a bit wacky, and then that's it. Gillied Up is maybe like the best campaign mission we've seen still.
One of the best campaign missions. It's just so good.
Yeah, COD 4 is
so
great.
I think COD 4 is my choice for best game.
Crazy how after all these years, COD 4 is still like
crazy.
Like the Call of Duty game. I just want them to end the yearly cycle, man.
They gotta
give us more time to just have a game.
Just enjoy it.
Like, I stand by the fact that a season or a year or two of Cold War would have been fucking amazing.
And then there are people who are like, nah, bro, I'm not getting that camo. Only 8 months of the game left. What?
Yeah, Cold War maybe not the best one for that because I know a lot of people don't fuck with the multiplayer, including myself. However, zombies, please.
Yeah, but it's crazy. It's a little.
Apparently, there are new maps in the Cold War files. By the way,
I saw that.
I assume multiplayer maps. Maybe they'll come to Onslaught and it'll be like pseudo new zombies content.
Yeah.
That could be cool.
But yeah, so what's your selection for best game?
Probably COD 4, BO1, BO2. Those are like.
But what is the best game?
Oh yeah, the best game. COD 4 is really fun. I think for me it's probably BO2. BO2 is the one that comes in first.
I
because COD 4, for as fun as it was, as much as I fucked with the multiplayer, doesn't have zombies, doesn't have that third mode, which for me obviously is a pretty significant draw of the games.
Again,
BO1, as much as everything is like good, none of it's great to me.
Yeah, and then BO2 does have great.
BO2's multiplayer is still my favorite, and then BO2 Zombies has my favorite map of all time, which goes a long way.
Yeah. Also, something that we talked about, like within our, just like not on the podcast, but we talked about recently, is that we realized that Treyarch added every single mastery camo. They added the first gold camo. They added the first diamond camo.
Technically not the first gold because it was in COD 4.
Did you get gold on like the weapons? Did you earn it? For like as a mastery, like for getting all the camos.
I think it was like a mastery thing, but it was only on one weapon per class. So I think it still counts because it was still like you get the camos on the guns and then you get like the golden deagle and like the golden AK.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So COD 4 did add the first gold camo technically.
But then BO2 added diamond, BO3 added dark matter, and then BO4
added zombies dark matter.
Which is just really funny. I think that Infinity Ward decided no, and then Treyarch was like, "Yeah, we got it. No worries, boys." Jambo moment.
I'm being attacked.
All right.
I forgot his picture last time.
Yeah.
I mentioned it earlier.
And now he's here.
You know what? This makes up for it. Thanks, Jambo.
So I thought. So here's what we did as well.
You wanted that to be a quick discussion. That was like 30 minutes.
Yeah, whatever. So I'm going to transition now to, we prepared some questions for each other.
Probably not very good.
Probably not very good. I think mine are fine. We both have 4. We were going to have 5, but then we both kind of didn't have a 5th, and we coincidentally both didn't have a 5th.
So we're just doing 4.
We're going to do 4.
I think you could have even gotten away with not mentioning it, and that would have been pretty cool, but, you didn't, and then now we're here. So now everyone knows.
You want to go back and forth, or you want to go, what do you want to do?
I don't know. My first one is relating to Vanguard, so I feel like we could start with that.
Yeah, you can go first.
We'll just get the Vanguard thing.
Do you want to go back forth like you want?
Yeah, we can do back forth.
Sure.
Mine are also very just like general kind of questions. Okay. So the Vanguard question that I wanted to ask is just, do you think that there's anything that they can do to salvage the game at all?
That's good. I'll say it again. It's good. Is that the level of all your questions, like quality of question? Would you say so?
I don't know. I think that one's fine though.
No.
No? Okay, so I had a follow-up to that as well, which is, do you think it's worth it for them to even try? Which I think I know the answer to.
No, it's not. Because unfortunately, we did talk about that. Already.
Yeah, that we did touch on that a little, which
a little unfortunate.
Yeah.
But I
think it's fine though.
I think that they can't salvage it, and they shouldn't try.
Yeah.
They should, like, if they wanted to do if they knew what was good for them, they would stop.
Yeah.
And then just focus on Cold War 2.
That sounds so threatening. If they knew what was good for them.
That was the point.
It worked. Good job.
They should just stop.
I think that their time and resources would be better spent on...
The resource sink is better spent in the next game.
Yeah, so Vanguard Zombies bad.
Vanguard Zombies is bad, and there's only nothing you can do.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I don't think they should be working on the game. Go back to Cold War, please.
So now I have a different question. You already know this question. So
this is the one you already asked.
You had some time to think about it. So I was like, hey, we're doing this. Here's an example of what you should be trying to think of.
I forgot what the question was.
What is a feature from one map that you would put in a different map?
I didn't think about it.
Cool. I'm asking on the spot. And like,
yeah, that was the point, so it's
and
fine.
Here, and like, I'll give you an example.
Yeah, what is your answer?
I think like to make a map better, right?
Yeah.
I have two answers. I think
Okay.
I think we're allowed to go outside the box on the answers. Just
Yeah,
'cause,
that's
like,
fine.
we're
That's fine.
having fun. So, awkward cut. Here's what they should have done. They should have put the fast travel from Shadows of Evil onto both Origins and Mob of the Dead. Here's how they should have done it. With the tunnels on Origins, they could have let you go to other tunnels. I think that I don't know exactly. Like maybe it's like
Maybe just make it so that all the tunnel portals are always open. You don't need the gramophone.
perhaps, but I think that even that takes a fair amount of time.
That takes time still, but I think that even just like removing the gramophone necessity helps a lot.
I think it helps, but I think in the way that I'm thinking about it, down in that area, there's 3 portals.
Yeah.
There's one that goes to like the closest one on the left, closest one on the right,
Yeah.
Agartha. Right? And then I think that you could go into Mob of the Dead and you could do something a little interesting. In that you could have yourself, you could go into Afterlife, jump through a portal, and then revive yourself at a different Afterlife box. And I think that would have helped the map. I think that one of the flaws of Mob is that like the only fast
One of the
travel
few.
is the gondola. It's one of the only one of the only flaws.
Yeah, I do think some kind of fast travel, like maybe just something like that would be nice, like a way to quickly get down to the docks and back up, just like something.
And also like, and then another thing, I think that like I think that you can go a step further with the Shadows comparison or the Shadows fast travel comparison, and that the gondola is just you go down. You safely go down a little. But in Shadows, the gondola or the tram, which, you know, same shit, same type beat, it has like a usage. You have to, like, to get the sword, you have to use the tram and look for the spots.
Yeah.
And you could have done something where to get one of like the skulls, maybe.
Yeah,
you had to use it on the gondola.
Yeah, like the one that's there would almost work if you couldn't get it from below.
You couldn't get it from below. Like maybe that was the point, but
maybe that was the intention, and it was just
perhaps it was, but they fumbled the bag a little bit.
Yeah, it's over.
And like them fumbling the bag a little bit, like nullifies that attempt, I think.
Yeah.
And so, I think they could have done that, and I think that improves those maps, especially on Origins.
Yeah.
I think that it makes Mob a better map. I think that it really
I think it
on Origins.
I think it actively would make Origins a more enjoyable experience for me.
Yes.
I think that the idea of Afterlife Portals is really cool though. I like that.
I think Afterlife Portals could have been really sick.
I think that's a great idea.
Right? Like
personally.
Like just on like the wall somewhere, like you could just like it just like showed up like on the docks. Like if like right next to the cafeteria there was just like a wall that you could see throughout the dock. Kind of like Portal. Like, you know how you could like and that could have been really cool. I think it's a really cool idea, and I think that they should have done that. So now, what's your thing? Just like think of a feature from one map that you would have liked.
You know what? I'm gonna try and do something a little bit more like Modern Zombies, because it's something that I was thinking about a bit. It's something that I mentioned while we were playing it that I liked. I think that a more refined Covenant system could actually be really cool in some of the older games. This is a more like general answer, I guess.
It's a general answer, and it's not exactly what I was looking for, but I'll take it.
Yeah, like I enjoy some of the Covenants. I kind of enjoy the core idea of the system, of like as you progress you get a special currency. You can use that to get special perks from like the Covenant altar, and then it like cycles through them. You can pick out like specific ones, and you can kind of like try and tailor your build to a certain play style.
Which I think I agree. I think that's the best part of Vanguard.
Yeah, I really like the idea of that, and I think that a system like that that's maybe more refined,
If
something
they don't
something
do it
like
again,
that.
I will be terribly disappointed.
Yeah, something like that in Outbreak, for example, could have been super
Really
nice.
cool. Where Outbreak feels so progression based. That I feel like could have really added to that experience.
Yeah,
I like
on
that.
like on top of everything, like when you complete the objectives, just like in Vanguard, when you do the objectives, you get like
You get a sacrificial heart.
yeah, it would be different obviously because
Yeah.
different aesthetics and all, but whatever, you get like the special currency.
You get a dark ether crystal.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe.
You get some kind of like crystal or something, and then you can use that at like the beacon maybe. Like you can warp and do your exfil, or you can like after the beacon spawns in, there's like another machine there.
There's a what would effectively be an altar.
Yeah, and then you can
like
get one of the special effects like, and then you can have cool combos like if you get brimstone, whatever it would be, you do damage, and then like the insta kill combo with that I really like.
Yeah.
Or just different builds. The super OP one that uses your ability.
It's nuts.
It's crazy. It's so strong.
Yeah.
So yeah, something like that, like the Covenant altar in like Cold War or something would have been great.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, not exactly what you're looking for.
Not exactly, but not what I'm asking, but I'll accept it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Let me look at my questions real fast. Speak. Say something for the
Banana
people.
fart.
Cool, man.
Baffle. That's my thing now. Baffle. Gun.
Christ. Okay, I'm not sure which one to ask yet. You know what? Let's just more just like general question. What are the most important parts of a zombies map to you?
I like that. It's a good question.
Like we've talked a lot about like what our favorite maps are and good parts of those maps. But in general, what are the things in a map that are most important to you?
Do you want me to give like multiple things, or am I?
Yeah, you can give multiple things. Like
Okay.
what are the like couple of things, the like pillars of a map for you, I guess.
Setting.
Okay.
I think setting is the most important thing.
Okay, that's
because
fair.
like we look at our top two maps and it's Shadows and Mob because the setting.
Yep.
And I think that the graphics in BO3 really help the setting.
Yep.
I'm not gonna say graphics. I've never been a graphics guy. Like I've never been that guy.
However, I think the graphics complement the art style
but
of
the
BO3.
graphics complement the art style so much.
Yeah.
Do you have examples for yourself that I can sit and think about it?
Yeah, I think for me, I think one of the big things for me is like the setting as well. Like that's a pretty important part for me.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a big part of the reason why Origins never clicked with me.
Yeah.
Is the setting just doesn't work for me.
Ooh, I have another.
What you got?
The gameplay feeling seamless.
Yeah.
Like it all feels free flowing, which I feel for my top three maps. I feel like the top three maps, the gameplay all flows.
Yeah.
Because in Origins, like everything kind of builds in and of itself, and then there's so many branches that you can kind of go off into while continuing on your own thing, and then Mob all kind of is a cycle.
Yep. And then that's why something like Die Rise doesn't work, is it doesn't flow very well at all.
There's no flow at all. Die Rise is just so jagged. It doesn't really work. But and then again Shadows, which just like it keeps you going. There's never, I feel like in Shadows there's never too much to do.
Yeah.
There's never too much to do, and there's never not enough to do.
Yeah.
It always fits in that little the seamless spot of you're always doing something and you're never overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And I think that is, is that more important than setting? I don't know. Maybe. Good ass question.
Yeah.
Good ass question. Banger question.
Yeah, I feel like I should have saved this one because I think my next ones aren't as good.
Whatever. It's a good
Yeah,
ass
it's fine.
question. It's a good one.
I've hit with 2 of them, so I'll take that. If the next 2 are just like whatever, that's fine by me.
And then maybe one weapons just being cool.
Yeah. See,
I don't need
those
them to be good necessarily, just cool.
See, those I think are kind of the things for me.
And then personality.
Yeah, personality is definitely big. However, I think that for me, some of that personality doesn't matter as much because I really like Cold War, and it kind of doesn't have as much.
No, the problem with personality is that I like the one that doesn't have it. Therefore, it's stupid. Actually, at the end of the day.
I'm just saying.
It's like my taste in women. No need for personality.
Christ.
I don't care.
I don't think it is as important to me though, because Cold War doesn't have as much personality, and it still hits for me.
Because you're a robot. That's my new thing. I'm just gonna keep calling. I'm just gonna call you a robot.
I am autistic.
Yeah.
You know what they say about us autists?
I can't say those words. Not on camera.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, I think like the map flow is definitely a big thing, but also just like the areas in a map being fun to play in. That's a big thing for me. That part of the reason I like something like Firebase, for example. I fucking love that spawn room. The spawn area is super fun to just train around in. I really enjoy it.
And then the thing that you never shut the fuck up about is the spawn area on Forsaken.
Yeah, the spawn in Forsaken is so fucking fun. It's great.
Forsaken, like the word happens, and then you're like the spawn room is so sick. We might not even be talking about Forsaken. We could just say the word. And you're like, oh, dude, with the fucking, oh my god, the rampage inducer in that spawn room is so good.
Because it's great.
And then you know what happens in the spawn room?
What happens?
It doesn't stop.
Yeah, it keeps going.
Seamless.
Yeah, that's the best part. That's why I like the rampage inducer too, is because it just keeps things moving.
It keeps moving, which is why that rampage inducer is so important.
There's not like breaks in the action. There's no like downtime. If you want to just start a game and you just want to go crazy the whole time.
Well, the setting being its own thing. Not necessarily like being its own part of the story, because even though Shadows and Mom feel like their own little pockets, they like there's that isn't exactly what I'm talking about. Something feeling like it's different than everything else.
Just like that uniqueness. Yeah.
I feel like it's one of the reasons why. I don't know. I was gonna say one of the reasons why BO1 doesn't do that much. Because it all kind of feels similar. It isn't exactly similar as a thing.
I think that's true though. It's BO1 definitely does have different settings, but they do have kind of a samey feeling.
They all kind of feel the same.
I think part of that's just because of like the graphics of BO1. Everything kind of looks the same.
Yeah.
Except something like Shang stands out.
Shang stands out. And then in BO3, I think Derizen and Crovey feel kind of similar.
I guess a little. Even Crovey feels super different from DE to me.
But yeah, it's a bit. But either way, actually, I'm with you now. But they
thought about it for a few seconds.
They all feel so much like they're their own thing.
Yeah, there's like a distinct uniqueness to every single map. In BO3.
I think something that's really big actually is the fact that, BO1, actually no, it isn't in BO1. Never mind, take it back. Yeah, they're being different rounds, like dog rounds. And then, and then Shadow has parasite rounds. Zetsubo has fucking spider rounds. Crovey has
the Valk rounds.
Has the Valk rounds, and they're all so different. They're all it all is the round you get a max ammo, but it's all so different.
Yeah.
It all plays so different to each other.
Yeah, like the spiders are completely different from the Valks.
And I think that it all kind of works really well, which I think is the biggest reason I think why BO3 is the best game is because it all feels like it's its own thing. Every map feels kind of contained.
Everything feels unique, but it feels like it's all a part of the same thing.
There's always the connection, which I think works really well with the connection. I think is because of the story.
Yeah.
And how they're just like every place has intent, right?
Yeah. There's a reason that you're where you are.
Yeah. When other places it's just big facility,
Cold War.
Yeah. But like BO3 kind of feels a little different. even though there's a lot of facilities.
It's quirky. It's quirky like
Shadows
that.
isn't a facility. Rev isn't a facility. Yes, it isn't. To be clear, I didn't say it isn't.
Yeah.
But it all feels really good.
It's almost got like a kind of, I guess, like mystical kind of, or kind of just like fantasy kind of element to it, which
yeah,
Zombies has always kind of had, but it's really like exaggerated in BO3.
Yeah, which I think is
like Crovy has fucking dragons flying around.
Dragons, like why the fuck are there dragons? I don't know, but it's sick as shit.
They're there and they're cool.
They're so fucking cool. I'm as a certified Crovy hater, they're sick as shit.
Yeah,
they're so fucking nice. And like it all like, it's like there's Origins where you're like kind of actively in a battlefield, I guess.
Yeah.
But that vibe I think is put off way better by Crovy.
Yeah.
Like again, as a Origins lover and a Crovy hater, Crovy does it better.
Yeah.
Because it all like it's because Origins is in BO2. I think Origins is better in BO3.
Yeah.
In that regard, but like it all feels really nice. Yeah. We're going to move on because that took a long time.
Yeah.
It was good. I really enjoyed that conversation. But yeah.
Yeah. Two hits with the question, so I'll take it.
So, now my question, this is just an answer.
Just quick answer. We probably need one.
Not necessarily a quick answer. What song in Zombies do you think fits the map the best?
Ooh, that's a fun one.
And I think that we're gonna go two routes. I think there is one.
I mean, there's the obvious one. There's the obvious one.
We're gonna say it on three. 1, 2, 3.
Where are we going?
Same map though.
I mean, same map.
Rusty Cage though.
I guess Rusty Cage makes sense, but also where are we going? Just with like the thematically, it fits really well.
That was sick that we said different songs that were on the same map. That's sick. Shadows.
Yeah, Shadows also is really good.
I'm final answering Snakeskin Boots on that.
I think Where Are We Going is still my answer.
Cool. So then we're not. Yeah, we can end there because what I expected to happen did not happen. So there is. Yeah, I think it's Snakeskin Boots. Easy clap.
Yeah, I think Where Are We Going thematically fits Mob of the Dead like absolutely perfectly.
I'd say that Where Are We Going on Blood fits Blood better.
That might be true, but Where Are We Going in either of its forms on either of its maps fits fantastically.
It's so good.
And then Rusty Cage, of course.
Dum da dum 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 da dum dum dum. And you know what? I'm gonna go crazy, Sky. I'm asking you my third question right now.
Oh shit!
You can go fuck yourself.
Oh shit!
Because it's a song. It's another song question. What is a song that is a normal song made by a normal band that would be put into a Zombies map, similar to something like Nightmare? What is a song that you think could go into a map, and you can pick a specific map, or you can just go, this sounds like it'd be a Zombies song. Also, can't be an Avenged Sevenfold song. Can't pick them.
Fuck.
Not allowed to.
Oh no.
And I didn't think of one. I don't have one.
I don't know. Oh no.
But you're the music guy.
Yeah, I mean, I listen to metal. I mean, most like just like aggressive metal songs could probably fit. I don't know which one would be the best fit.
Welcome to Paradise by Green Day.
That could be fun on like a desert island kind of map or something. That could be cool.
Well, no, because that isn't what the song is about at all.
Well, I mean, yeah, but it's Welcome to Paradise. It like the name and just like that, and also it's just like fast like punky song. It kind of fits.
What are your thoughts on Underneath?
Underneath?
By Code Orange.
Oh, is that the
black inside the blue?
So I'm assuming that's the song that's the wrestling entrance song, right?
Nope.
Oh, is it different?
I'm singing the song. You think you know what you want until there's something. You've got it all figured out until you're drowning in it.
I don't know if I'm familiar with that song.
That's crazy. That's the album. That's the album song. The album is called Underneath.
I don't know. I haven't listened to a whole lot of Code Orange.
That is a song that is used in a wrestling show, but it isn't like the entrance to that guy. It isn't the theme entrance.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't actually heard that.
That's crazy.
I haven't listened to.
You were
very
really
much Code
excited
Orange.
to listen to Code Orange in concert. It's a really good song.
I'm sure it is. Don't pull it up right now.
I'm doing it.
All right. Well, Jack's gonna add a cut here, I guess. I don't think this is as much of a headbanger as you're giving it. It's hard for me to give like a specific answer to this, because to me, like, most like fast, aggressive like metal type songs probably would fit fine.
And that song fits. My input is Underneath by Code Orange. Listen to it. It's really good.
I don't know, just fucking throw some Slipknot in or something. Give me fucking, I don't know, like.
You hit the third one. Dum 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 dum. Untainted comes on. Hype. It's not a good song for that. It shouldn't be in that.
Yeah, Unsainted I don't think
Doesn't
fits. You could put something from like their first or second album maybe. That would probably be the best fit.
So this wasn't a great question is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, you run yours. Run your third question. I'm
see.
cutting the whole thing. No, I'm not.
All right, so I've got like a general COD question,
Okay.
which I guess I don't know. We'll do that one last.
Sure.
Next question. This is a zombies one. Oh my god, I heard that and I was like, oh my god, and then I looked over and you're like,
All right, good. Run it.
okay, so if you could take any map from like one of the older zombies games and bring it into Cold War or Vanguard zombies with like the newer engine, what map would you bring in?
So did anything pre-Cold War put it in?
Pretty,
Cold
yeah,
War?
anything pre-Cold War. Like, what would you want to see with like the Cold War or Vanguard if you want engines?
I would like to see Shadows of Evil in Vanguard. and they do the Vanguard things. There's no rounds.
Yeah, when I say put it in Vanguard, I mean just like the base mechanics of like the like pack-a-punching and like the covenants and stuff. But not like the objective.
Well, I'm
type
letting
thing.
you know we're not doing Vanguard. Vanguard's not.
Yeah,
happening.
that's I figured not,
was
but
a
I thought I
joke.
would include it just as like it's like modern zombies. Like the current era, unfortunately. I didn't think of an answer for this one, so I don't know. Well, actually, I have kind of an answer for mine. If you would like, while you're thinking, I can provide my answer.
I've got one I'm focusing in on, but you can run yours.
Okay, so this is something I think we've mentioned before, or something we've talked about. I've got a couple that I think would be cool. I think that if we got like an Alcatraz or like,
He's going Mob of the Dead.
yeah, but specifically Mob of the Dead in Outbreak as like a region, or like like a part of Transit.
Okay, yeah. If we're gonna run the idea of an Outbreak on Transit, Outbreak Transit.
Yeah, I think that could like fully redeem what Transit is.
Here's my call.
What do you got?
Obviously, the Cold War engine. And what I think fits really well is Rev. I think Revelations works really well.
Yeah, Rev definitely could work in the Cold War engine.
With all of the like cold I think it fits even.
Yeah.
Like because like the vibe of Cold War is like, and then it's coming through with the spiky boys, you know?
Yeah.
And the Dark Ether. And like that's
dude, Dark Ether oh my god.
That's like a lot.
Oh
like
my god.
Rev is like, and it's all coming together. Everything's. If this isn't supposed to be happening right now, well, what, you know?
Dude, fucking imagine a Dark Ether version of Revelations where like all of the old maps you can see just like the corrupted versions of them.
And they're all torn to shreds.
Oh, that actually sounds so fucking sick.
And
oh my god.
My call is Rev. I think Revelations would be really sick.
Yeah, that would be hype. I can't even lie.
Yeah.
And then just Revelations being like a more casual map from the beginning, I think works pretty well too.
Yeah.
Just like yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I think it all really functions together pretty well.
Yeah.
And then it also allows you to put like perks just everywhere.
Yeah,
Just everywhere.
a perk in like each different map.
Each different location. Everywhere feels like a relevant part of the map, which I think even isn't true in normal Revelations.
Yeah.
A lot of Revelations feels like bullshit, but I think that it runs really well in Cold War.
Yeah. How long we got?
We had 10 minutes.
Cool. All right, so I stand by the fact that I think an Alcatraz region or a transit region would be
If we're
sick.
Actually, I take back my transit call. I think that Rev is my call regardless of transit. However, transit is a good call if that's possible.
Yeah, I think just like outbreak regions like that, like being able to play an Alcatraz with like the Cold War stuff, that the close range shit would get so intense. That would be pretty fun.
It'd be really cool.
Doing some of like the objectives through the imagine doing like
Hold
fucking
up,
Rover
hold
escort.
up. Mac is gonna eat some Mr. Beast chocolate. Eat it.
It's not very good.
We didn't think it was very good.
I can tell. So, with my mom.
Okay, no one's talking. You're not. She spit it out. So, yeah, my call. I think Rev fits really well.
Yeah, I think that would be really fun.
Yeah. All right. I'll hit you with my fourth cue.
Sick.
What is a feature, or like an idea, a concept, anything like that you would have liked to be expanded on that wasn't? I have two answers. I have a feature and an idea. One, my idea is very well documented that I would have fucking adored a map that was the underneath of the Pack-a-Punch in Shadows.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? I want to know so bad.
Seeing something like the Apothecon shit, I think more fleshed out would have been cool.
Because I will say I like the Apothecon stuff, but it's a little bit clunky.
It feels a little bit just like, and then there were aliens that were here all along. They sent the 115 in.
And it's a little bit weird, and I think they really could have expanded on it. I think that there's a really good idea. They could have done it in that area.
Yeah, we could have seen more of like the aesthetic is pretty cool.
Yeah. So that is my idea, and my feature is earnable tacticals. They did it on Mob, and they did it on Origins. And from what I could think of, they haven't done it since. They did like upgrades, like you can upgrade little Arnies, shit like that. But like you earn the you earn the G strikes, you earn the Hell's Retriever, and from what I can tell, you never earn a tactical ever again.
If you count it, there's the Pegasus strike from Ancient Evil.
Does that count as or sure? But other than that, then they don't ever do it.
Yeah,
that's
there's something
really
in Ancient
cool.
Evil. There's the buildable Pegasus
but even
strike.
then, is that a tactical or is it a different lethal?
Well, that's the funny thing. There's only the one grenade slot.
That's what I'm saying.
But also in that grenade slot goes like the tacticals, like monkey bombs and shit. So it's weird.
That's cringe, and I think they should have done that. I think they should have expanded on that feature more because it's a good idea and provides you because it adds a slot. Like it's not like there's anything there before, you know?
Yeah.
So that's my call.
All right, so here's my answer. We've been talking a lot about like modern zombies, so I'm gonna keep going with that.
Of course you are. Fucking course you are, you piece of ugly piece of shit.
Actually, something that we were just touching on a little bit, the Dark Aether. I don't think they utilized the actual mechanic of being able to go to the Dark Aether nearly enough.
Like they did in
like it was in D Machina, and it was one of the coolest parts of the map. Was like being able to just explore around and see stuff in the Dark Aether. I think there was a lot of potential with them including that mechanic in other maps, and just like the visuals and like some of the Easter egg stuff you could do. Like you could have puzzles that you're doing like between the regular world and the Dark Aether. That could have been super sick.
When it came out in D Machina, I expected it to be a thing.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought that was just like gonna be one of the Cold War mechanics, was like you go to the Dark Aether
because it was sick.
Yeah, I understand why it didn't come back, because it seems like it would be pretty hard to like,
because you have to build the map and then build the map again.
Yeah, you don't have to like fully rebuild it, but there's a lot of work that goes into just like doing the Dark Aether aesthetics and stuff. So I get it. However, that would have been super cool to see it return. Like seeing just the Dark Ether versions of like Firebase and Mauer would have been cool. I think you can see Dark Ether versions on some parts of Forsaken during like the Easter egg.
Probably.
But and then Outbreak, you get a little bit of that, but I even in something like Outbreak, I feel like it could have been used more. Like there's one objective where you're in it, but it's in a super small secluded area of the map.
So we're still good.
All right.
But yeah, I like that answer. It's a good answer. Good answer. Good answer.
Good answer for a good question.
All right. Hit me with your last one.
All right. Last one.
We didn't plug BO Forecast.
We did.
Shite.
BO Forecast coming episode 20. This is 18, right?
We are 18. We're adults now.
Yeah. Okay, one more episode and then BO Forecast.
Podults.
All right, last question. This will probably just be a quick one to round things out.
Gotcha.
Just general COD question. Which is something I think we've touched on a little bit, but just real quick question. What do you think about like the modern direction and like the modern state of Call of Duty? Like where we're at right now. How do you feel about it overall?
Like if we were to move forth with Modern Warfare, Cold War, Vanguard?
Yeah, with those games and like how the state that they're in and just like the like modern Call of Duty-isms. Overall, what are your opinions on them?
I mean, I don't think I'm with it really.
Yeah,
I think I'm not a huge fan of it. It all feels like it's trying to be modern. Maybe it's just because it is modern, and maybe they were trying to do the same things then, and I just didn't feel the same way about it. But I mean, it still feels like, again, it's the same thing. Like I think it's the same thing with the entirety of Call of Duty. I guess there's less personality there. It feels less like people who care, and it's the people who are there to make money. And I obviously know, regardless, they're there to make money. I completely understand that. I'm not stupid. That when they made Mom of the Dead, they thought, this is going to make us a shit ton of money. Thank you for making us all of this money. Do it again now. Like, I get that. But, like, they then left it in the hands of people who cared. And I'm not saying the people who make these multiplayers and these people who make all this shit, I'm not saying they don't care, but it doesn't come through very well.
Yeah, like obviously the people making the games care about what they're doing. At the very least, some of the developers have to care. They have to.
Because the thing is the word a point now is that Call of Duty's been a thing for a long enough time that there are people, like I'm sure most of the developers grew up on COD.
Yeah, a lot of them probably did.
These people were our age when COD 4 came out.
Yeah.
And thought, holy shit, I gotta get in on this.
Yeah.
And they did. And they did. And I'm like, and they obviously care a lot. But I think that and I'm gonna blame Activision on that. Is that it all feels too structured. That's the thing. It feels too structured.
Yeah, that my biggest thing is everything feels very similar. Just in like you've got the same like seasonal stuff, all the battle passes and stuff. Yeah. It's all very samey. It like we've gotten the same like set of content basically for like.
And that's the thing with like
for 12 plus seasons.
Like with like something like COD 4, it's the original Modern Warfare series. The original Modern Warfare series and the first 3 games that Treyarch made, we're going to call World at War BO and BO2.
Yeah.
Those are so clearly different. You
Yeah.
play it and you know it's different. It's so very, very different.
To be fair, COD 4 and World at War, their multiplayers, in terms of like just feature set and feel, are quite similar.
Yeah, but
however, aesthetically, they're miles apart.
Yeah,
which I think is enough to set them apart.
But I think that like MW2 and BO1 were like they were preceding games, and they feel so very different.
Yeah,
and then MW3 and BO2 preceding games so very, very different. Mac is pulling out things that are accurate but not her place. She says microtransactions and commodified nostalgia. I think microtransactions, at least I think in the current era, I don't find to be as big of a deal.
They're better. They're definitely better.
Right.
The fact that you can earn all of the weapons and stuff and like the game changing stuff for free is big.
And then there's shit like there's always microtransactions. Like I'm talking about BO2 and BO2. I said that. In BO2 they sold weapon camos.
Yeah.
You could buy them. I bought some. I bought the Afterlife camo. It's
I
a great ass camo.
BO2 did it better because you could buy a camo and then you could just put it on all of your guns.
Okay, I made a mistake. We have no time left. We're gonna go. Well, bye.
Bye, Potters.
It's gonna cut like right now. Like right now, it's gonna cut. Like I didn't edit this. I am like 80% sure it's about to cut. I really hope it does.
Yeah, we're just gonna wait it out now. This is the end.
We're done. But new Call of Duty is whack. They are trying to suck money out of you rather than getting it from you. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I wanted to give them my money